I call Zoe McElrea.
McElrea.
Sorry.
Thank you, Speaker. Trigger warning for mental health and suicide. I stand up here today and I say bluntly, our elected officials are not doing enough to save and nurture the lives of youth who suffer from poor mental health in rural areas. Last year, 110 young people committed suicide. Last year, 5,652 young people were taken to hospital due to self-harm. Mr. Speaker, the public has heard these stats before, but the problem is so normalised that they aren't even shocked. These numbers are thrown around, treated simply as evidence of a problem. But each number is a precious individual who did not get the care they needed. The Office for the Children's Commissioner lays out that young people in New Zealand have the right to the best standard of health. In terms of mental health care, this is clearly not being provided anywhere, but rural youth feel the lack even more than their urban counterparts. Psychologists and counsellors don't live and work in these rural areas, and mental health programs such as Mana Ake aren't funded. Youth consequently have to receive their face-to-face care in main centres, which is almost feasibly impossible, leaving many rural youth experiencing a virtual system. Those that can access the internet deserve the higher level of care that comes from an in-person session, just like their urban counterparts. But for the 10% of rural youth who don't have access to the internet, this makes care completely inaccessible other than by a several-hour commute. This is unacceptable. The system needs fixing so that rural youth can access the care they are entitled to. It seems like a blanket statement, but the system needs more funding. This should be used to provide 3 key resources. Firstly, psychologists and counsellors. They should be incentivised to train, work and move to rural areas where they must be accessible at schools. There, rural youth can see them in the one place that they have regular and reliable access to. Secondly, pre-existing programs. These are already created and running in urban areas to fix the holes in this broken system and must be expanded so rural youth can use them too. Thirdly, internet access. For those that don't currently have a connection, the internet is essential to ensure that vital care is always available upon the failure of other resources. My hope for the future is meaningful change so that I can stop watching my peers suffer around me and so that lives can be saved before it is too late. So that next Youth Parliament there aren't 18 more speeches begging for help. Thank you.
I call Iona Mortimer.